Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a lovely morning, afternoon or evening wherever you guys are in the world. If you're new here, my name is Meg and today I'm going to be doing my first reading vlog. I haven't done like a proper reading vlog ever, I don't think, on my channel, where I kind of pick a book and read along with you guys. I don't think I've done that yet, and I'm really excited to do it because this is definitely one of my most anticipated reads of the year. I have had quite a few anticipated reads of the year, but the second book of the series has just been released and I don't want to hold off any longer. So without further ado, this reading vlog is going to be based on Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I'm so excited to read this. My boyfriend Owen actually bought this for me for Valentine's Day in a gift hamper. He got me 5 different books off of my wish list, and Owen, I'm so sorry, I've only read one of them yet, but I'm about to make it 2. I love this cover, I love the sprayed edges. I've heard so many good things about this book and it's always trending on my TikTok, and like I said, the second book of the series has just been released, so of course I had to get it as well, even though I haven't read the first one. However, I really want to read the series and I've heard really good things. And if that wasn't enough, I also picked up a signed copy of Powerful, which is the short novella. I'm going to read the little blurb on the back so you guys can kind of like get a gist of it as well. Only the extraordinary belong in the kingdom of Isla. I think it's Isla? Ilia? Ooh, Ilia, Isla, it could be either. The elites have possessed powers for decades, gifted to them by the plague, while those born ordinary are just that, banished from the kingdom of Ilia, Isla, and shunned from society. No one knows this better than Paedyn Grey, an ordinary posing as a psychic to blend in with the elites. When she unsuspectingly saves one of the Ilia's princes, azer, she's thrown into the purging trials, a brutal competition showcasing the elite's powers. If the trials and her opponents within them don't kill her, the prince she's fighting feelings for will if he discovers that Paedyn is completely ordinary. This book is 502 pages long. I am going to start this tonight. I thought I'd do the intro now, but we're going to do a little read along. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to read this and I cannot wait to share my thoughts, my feelings with you guys. This will be a spoiler video, so if you haven't read this and you don't want to hear the spoilers, I definitely recommend you clicking off of this video and maybe coming back once you have read the book. Without further ado, let's get on into reading Powerless. I'm gonna hold my hands up and tell you guys that it has actually been a couple of days since I last picked up the camera. I've just been super busy with work and with life, but I've been making my way through Powerless and I'm actually tabbing it as well. I've never like annotated or tabbed a book before in my life, but I just felt like I needed to do this one. I don't know why, I just really wanted to do it. So I bought some tabs off of Amazon and they came with like a bunch of different colours. I think there's like 6 or 7 different packs of different colours. They were £6.99 I think on Amazon, which is really good. I'm only actually 52 pages through, so I'm just starting chapter 6. I've met both our main characters, so we've got Paedyn Grey and we've got azer. So by my knowledge, Paedyn lives in the slums with her best friend Adina. I'm still yet to find out what's happened at her former house, what's happened to her dad. I know that both of her parents are dead and she is ordinary, whereas everybody else has these powers that were given to them by the plague. And Kai, our main male character, he's actually a prince. So he is Prince Kai, and his power is basically he can mimic other people's powers. So for example, in the first scene with him that we get, he's actually having a fight with his brother, and his brother can like throw fireballs, and where he can mimic the powers, he was able to throw another one back. That's really cool. What I'm kind of getting from this book so far is that it's basically the Hunger Games but with powers. I'm really enjoying it so far. I have tabbed a few things. So in the start of my book, I've like put like a little tabbing like thing to go by. So I've got my favourite scenes, my favourite quotes, tension and romance. Also, this is the map of the lands. I love a good fantasy book with a good map. Going back to our two main characters. So Paedyn basically spends her time pickpocketing people. She's a good thief. Pretends that she's a psychic. She pretends that her powers are that she can like read people and basically just be able to tell you what you know about yourself. So she actually gets stopped by an imperial, which I think is a guard, like a guard of some sort from the kingdom. She actually gets stopped and he questions her, and she's very like good at picking out signs to like show what this person's like. And anybody who doesn't have a power, who is ordinary, is basically banished to either the Scorches or is executed on the spot. This is where Kai comes in. So Kai is like the enforcer for the king's land and for the king's army. He's basically the killing machine. Now his dad, the king, tells him that he needs to go and execute a ordinary from the slums, and there's a rule that anybody that is found either protecting them or like hiding them also gets executed or sent to the Scorches. So the first house he knocks on, the family of 4 are hiding a little girl called Abigail underneath a trapdoor, and I think because he wants to put on this bold front that he is the enforcer, he is going to be the one that is doing the execution. He sends his 2 guards that go with him to stand outside and take the family while he deals with the little girl Abigail. Long story short, he doesn't end up killing Abigail because he doesn't like killing children, but the family are sent off to the Scorches, but they're all together. From what I've read so far, they will eventually die in the Scorches because they're going in with no weapons, no food, like nothing, literally how they were found. So that's where I'm at right now. I am really enjoying this. Considering I've only read 50 pages, I'm enjoying this. I want to know more. I actually cannot remember the last time I spoke to you guys about this book, but I'm currently on page 187 and I am eating this up. So far we haven't even started the trials and a lot is going on. Paedyn's been taken from Lute and she travelled with 2 others to the palace. So she's staying in the palace before her trials and she's been training with a bunch of elites, obviously a bunch of like highly skilled individuals with powers, and obviously she has no powers. Nobody still knows that she has no powers. She's had a few like flirtatious scenes with Kai. They're basically toying with each other. I thought they were just play fighting with each other, but they actually had a fight. They didn't go easy on each other. They've had a fight in front of all the other contestants. There's also a lot of tension between Blair, which is one of the contestants, and Paedyn. Blair has basically marked her and been like, you are my target. She threw a knife towards her and it like clipped her ear, so her ear was bleeding. So during training, Blair has basically marked her and been like, you are my like competition, I'm going to get you sort of thing. And Kai's also been teaching Paedyn how to dance because there's a ball before the trials. There is a love triangle starting to blossom. So Kit, who is the future heir to the throne, he's starting to like Paedyn, and he actually asked Paedyn to go to the ball with him. Now Kai started teaching Paedyn how to dance, and he has just realised how jealous he is of that and of the fact that Kit has gone to the ball with Paedyn. He's very protective over her. It shows because there's just been an explosion in the ballroom, and he's trying to get Paedyn out because Paedyn is bleeding from her arm where there's been an explosion, and Paedyn is being really stubborn. She's basically like, no, I want to help. And Kai's like, no, get the hell out. So he literally throws her over his shoulders and is taking her out. I'm at the part where we're about to find out why this has happened, but I think it's because the people in the masks, she recognizes one of them from Luke. There has been a line mentioned about them being ordinaries, but we're gonna find that out now. I'm very, very excited. I'm really loving this book. If this book carries on the way it's going, it's definitely gonna be a 5 stars for me. I need to talk about this book really quickly. Please ignore the state of me. I haven't even brushed my teeth yet. I have been sat in bed reading for the last half an hour, and I've just come to the end of the first trial, and oh my god. We're getting emotionally available Kai. We're also getting a lot of tension between Paedyn and Kai. Very like flirtatious energy, and I'm loving it. I really don't like Ace. I don't like him. He is just an unlikable character. I'm also surprised that we didn't see more of Blair in the first trial, but I assume that she's going to be more frequently involved in the next couple of trials. I can't believe what's happening to Jax right now. Like, oh my god. And Sadie's dead. Like, there's so much going on right now. I'm loving it so much, and I've been tabbing away. I've actually run out of tabs, so I had to order some more, so hopefully they will arrive today. Apologies for the background noise, my fan is on. It is absolutely boiling, but I am making my way through this book very quickly. I haven't done an update on this book in quite a while now. I think it's been about 4 or 5 days since I've actually picked up the camera, chatted to you guys. So this is what it's looking like so far tab wise. So I have been tabbing away. I'm on page 342 and I'm on chapter 38. I spent 2 hours in the bath the other night reading this, and I came out looking all like shrivelly and disgusting. So if that doesn't tell you that this is a good book, then I don't know what will. I'm just on the part where they're at the second ball before the second trial, and Kai is very drunk, and he's just admitted he's been drinking and he is drunk because Paedyn is dancing with Kit and went to the ball with Kit, which is Kai's brother. So there's a little bit of jealousy, although he doesn't want to admit that it's jealousy, but it's picture perfect clear that it's jealousy. I'm really excited to see what they do with the second trial, which I think I'm just about to start. So I will check back in with you guys in a little bit.
I'll let you go, just need some time. At your own pace, you need to find your way. I know now you'll never change your mind for something that matters to me. You do not know what I have in mind. packed our bags, we'll be on our way. The night was long as I waited without a sign. Cause I know what matters to you. But what do you want? What's your biggest need? Every hour we spend together.
Just ignore my pizza. I have got a takeaway because I'm home alone and I'm gonna try and finish this book. Big book update. So last night I read over 100 pages. I don't know what's actually happened between the last time I spoke to you guys and last night because I was just getting so excited. So I think last night we saw the second trial. Everyone was at a ball at the palace and the contestants actually got brought into like a ring to fight each other. So they made everybody fight each other and they said it was done by random, so you'd be paired with somebody at random, but it's not at random. So Cari was paired with Braxton and Paedyn was paired with Blair. Blair was basically winning her fight with Paedyn until Paedyn kind of like took a moment to try and distract her like she does with everybody else. She ended up basically breaking Blair's nose, and Blair's facial features are more important than actually winning a fight, so she kind of like ran away. She was crying, there was blood everywhere. But the reason they did that was so that the next trial, which was the following day, they woke up in 2 teams, so they had to work as teams to beat each other to the top of the mountain, and they had 12 hours to complete it. And once they all got to the top of the mountain, they then had to play capture the flag, and there was like no rules, nothing. Everybody was just so angry and so like fired up from the fight the night before, and just from a bunch of different things that have happened so far. Like Ace, I really don't like Ace. I'm so glad he is dead. And by the way, can we talk about that? Paedyn literally letting Kai kill him, and then Kai letting Paedyn snatch the flag. There's 1 trial left. We've actually just had a scene where Kai is having a nightmare and Paedyn can hear him from her room, so she goes on in, and because he's like so disorientated and so like within his own nightmare, he actually ends up slicing Paedyn with a knife, literally like on her throat. And after he realizes what he's done, he kind of like drops all of his mask, his real self. He's just real and raw basically. And Paedyn is kind of betraying Kai and Kit and the kingdom whilst trying to figure out her feelings for Kai and whilst leading Kit on. So like there is like a proper like love triangle. There is a lot going on right now, but the scene that I'm about to read is them kissing. This book has stuck with me since the moment I started reading it, and I'm actually heartbroken it's over. I'm gutted, and the last 100 pages was so intense and so unpredictable. It honestly had me speechless at some moments. I did not expect Adina, Paedyn's best friend, to be used as a pawn in the trials. Like that threw me off completely. I could not believe the twist with Kai being the cold-hearted killer that killed Paedyn's father. Like, it just, honest to God, this book had me on the edge of my seat so many times, and I have tabbed the hell out of this book. This is the first book I've ever tabbed, and I think I've done a pretty good job. I just can't get over it. I just cannot get over this book, and I actually don't think I'm going to be over this book and this world for a very long time. This is definitely a 5-star read, without a doubt. Like, immediately a 5-star read. From, I think it was from about chapter 10. In my gut, I was like, this is going to be a 5-star read, and I'm just so glad it ended up being what it was. It was the moment where Kit realised that he had been betrayed by Paedyn. That was like a humanity switch for him. Like, his humanity, like, off. He was ready to kill anyone and everyone, including Paedyn, who obviously, like, he had quite a good relationship with, which he thought. And then Kai throwing the knife at Paedyn when she's running through the tunnel, and then us finding out that Kai never misses, and he missed on purpose because he had that like angel devil where it was like, you should kill her, but like he couldn't kill her because he's so in love with her. And just, is so fond of her. And literally 24 hours before all of this happened, when the resistance came in and they took over and they kind of betrayed everybody that was involved, they were about to kiss. Like, Kai and Paedyn were like, they were about to kiss. Like, they kissed, but like not like a proper kiss. I'm gonna need like a few days, maybe even a few weeks or months to recover from this book. For a 500-page book, this felt so quick. I felt like I was reading through this really quickly. It was a very easy read. There was like a few times where I felt a little bit confused, but that's just because I wasn't reading it right and I was reading it far too fast because I wanted to know. I love Lauren Roberts' writing. I think her writing style is so good. And like I said, I tabbed quite a bit. So I've tabbed my favorite scenes, my favorite quotes, scenes with tension, and then scenes with romance. So there's quite a lot in here, but that's going to be so fun just to like flick through every now and again. I highly recommend. I've heard that the second book is pretty much like on par with this one, so I'm very excited to read it. I can't wait. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video.